Hello, and thank you so much for your interest in our listing over at 5816 South Robbins Way in Chandler. This is a hot part of Chandler. I don't need to tell you. This is a phenomenal home too. Diamond in the rough. Definitely needs a little elbow grease, maybe some weekend warrior stuff. So we invite you to work with your amazing agent to get a private showing, either convenient for you, or we are also doing 2 open houses. We welcome you to come with or without your realtor and agents. We will respect agencies. And by the way, if I didn't mention, if you are a buyer watching this video, you have an awesome buyer agent. This is the newest technology, and it's only agents that are really taking this like leap of faith and introducing this to their clients that are seeing the benefits of transparent real estate transactions. Unheard of, right? How many times have you been bid out already just because you don't know what the terms are, you don't know what conditions the sellers are looking for, and you don't know what that top price is? Well, this platform is going to completely remove all that. So let's talk about that. Your realtor will show you how amazing this home is. And again, come on by during those open houses too with your friends, family, and contractors even, if you'd like to get some bids on some of this work that probably should be done. So one of the things is there is a 3% buyer premium. That buyer premium is very customary to any kind of an online bidding platform, probably more commonly known as an auction. This is not an auction though, and I'll explain why in a moment. On the online bidding though, we are charging a 3% buyer premium. Some of the industry standards are anywhere from 10 to 12%. So this is actually quite nominal, I should say, in this type of technology world. Now, this bid price, you add on that 3% buyer premium, which in today's world, you're adding 3% on to the list price anyways. Now, this platform might change how it is used when the market changes, but in the meantime, this is a great resource for buyers that are just tired of being in the dark. Did you know the same guy that created Expedia and Zillow, his reason was because no matter whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market, and it doesn't matter what the service or product or industry it is, the seller always has an advantage over the buyer because the seller has more information or may just have, in this scenario, more opportunity or options. This platform, I wouldn't necessarily say evens the playing field, but it definitely puts more information in the buyer's hands. It gives you more time. You don't have to run out there on a Friday only or a Saturday only. You have a full week. The listing agent, myself, we guarantee that we will not double end this property. We will not accept an offer before the end of our bidding, which is Tuesday, July 13th at 6 p.m. Guaranteed. So you can rest assured that you can come and look at it at your convenience, either in a private showing or in an open house, and then you can take your time to decide whether or not you want to move forward. Now, to get registered for bidding, it's super easy. There's 2 ways. You can either put your credit card number in, which is just used as a second form of identification. And if you're not comfortable with that, and I understand we don't own the platform, so we're just trying to use it to the best of our ability, there's a second form. You just click that button that says ask for listing agent approval. That would be me. We'll reach out to you. We'll get your pre-qualification form or your proof of funds. We'll make sure that we have you, the bidder, and the buyer agent together, and we keep that together. We respect agency. We want to make sure our buyer agents get their commissions that are due. In fact, there is currently a ruling that is about to be made between the Department of Justice lawsuit against the National Association of Realtors about now they have to disclose, everyone has to disclose how much we're getting paid, which that's probably a good thing. Again, transparency, it is the wave of the future. So currently your buyer agent's fee is in the purchase price. It's built in there, but you don't know how much of it is built in there. You're going to start to see that, I believe, as we approach year end. But in the meantime, we're taking that step ahead and letting you know that 3% that you're paying for part of the buyer premium, for the buyer premium, 2.5% of it is going to your buyer agent, and the other 0.5% is going directly to the technology company that provides this bidding platform for us to use. So now it's all in the open. What a concept, right? Here's the other part. Again, as writing an offer, you don't really know what the seller's looking for. Believe you me, we all know that there is a lot more buyers than there are properties. Now, we also know since the beginning of the year, I'd say February, March, oh my God, what is it? Just not absolutely insane. We actually wrote an offer today on a property where when there was only 15 offers, and the buyer was kind of like, only? And I was like, well, if this was in March, there would have been 50. So yes, the market is calming down, which is a nice little relief, but it's not going away. It's a seller's market. It's just not an extreme, absolutely nutty, crazy seller's market. It's now just a seller's market. So this gives you, again, with the platform and things calming down a little bit, here's the next best thing, the next best part about using this platform. The seller has already set the terms, and yes, it's up to you whether or not you want to engage or not, but it certainly takes a lot of that guesswork out. And my guess is if you're watching this video, you're still looking for a home, you've probably missed out on a home at least one time and you don't know why. Because there are buyers that will be willing to do these terms and conditions, and these aren't that crazy, so let me go through them real quickly for you. First of all, don't forget, bid price plus 3% equals the purchase price. Super easy, right? So when you're going to make your bid, just take that into consideration, you add 3% on. Easy enough. Next part, we are looking for a minimum of $7,500 earnest. To be honest with you, at this price point, that's actually kind of low. But it's amazing how many buyer agents don't put a real, a strong earnest deposit with a higher price point. I don't think I need to go on and on about that, but $7,500 minimum. Now, here is the two little caveats. Number one, it needs to be opened up within 1 business day of contract acceptance. And number two, $1,000 of that is immediately released to the seller. And let me tell you why before you wonder, like, am I crazy? There is a lot of buyers. I won't pigeonhole who they are or what type or demographic, but they will write these amazing offers. They will either never open escrow, they are writing multiple offers at the same time, or they are writing in a really short inspection period and they wind up canceling. And it's painful for the seller to go back on the market again when you've lost that initial motivation from everybody, that energy, that excitement. I know that as a buyer, that's not that big of a deal for you, but from a seller perspective, the goal here, we all have the goal, same goal, right? You're trying to buy a home, we're trying to sell a home. We want to get from the easiest point from A to Z as quickly, easiest, and painless as possible. So that $1,000 is immediately released to the seller, and that is just the guarantee that you're moving forward with this. Only $1,000 on the line, but if you don't have to pay it unless you have an accepted contract. So don't worry about it. But again, if you're missing out on properties, this is the kind of stuff that buyers are writing into contracts. So if anything, you're getting a kind of a little sneak peek on what everybody else is doing. All right, close of escrow to be on or around 30 days. That's pretty normal. We are accepting only cash and conventional. That's pretty easy at this price point. If you are a conventional buyer, we do ask that you will be waiving the appraisal contingency and that you will also be providing proof of funds to cover that appraisal number and the purchase price gap. There's certain terminology that will actually be put in the contract. Your agent will know more about that, of course. And then we also ask that the unfulfilled loan contingency be removed. The inspection period, we ask that it be waived. That could be open for conversation. We still would be doing that $1,000 immediate release to the seller. So again, know that that is appealing to the seller. And as the winning bidder, and this is the part I wanted to make sure that we definitely covered. As the winning bidder, what exactly do you get? And what's the difference between a bid platform and an auction? An auction would be, let me tell you, if you've ever been to an auction for real estate, it is like a 10 to 15% buyer premium. It is a ginormous earnest deposit. It is no inspection, and it is, you have to get pre-qualified by their lender. But the benefit is, if you're the winner, then you automatically get the property. Here, this is not an auction. This is an online bidding platform. So it will identify the top bidder. The top bidder has won the right to present their offer exclusively to the seller with no other offers in their way. Only one offer will go straight to the seller. And these are the terms and conditions. And there is actually a document. There's a link to the bid platform that your agent will be glad to share with you if you decide to move forward. These are the terms and conditions that the seller is looking for. The buyer has, again, the exclusive opportunity to submit the offer directly to the seller. And if these terms and conditions are included in that offer and they are the top bidder, I assure you the seller will be motivated to move forward. In the event that top bidder might go, I think I'm going to not do this, or I want to change this, or this is too much, even though I'm the top bidder, know that the seller has the right to accept, reject, or counter that offer. In the event that they do reject or counter and not have an accepted contract, know that we have many bidders right behind you, only $1,000 less. So if a top bidder does not get the property, it's all on that buyer, because the buyer is the one that didn't come through with the terms and conditions that the seller's looking for. To be honest with you, again, all the seller's looking for is a solid offer that backs up that top price, terms and conditions, so that the seller knows that this buyer is closing. That is what the most important thing in today's real estate is. And I promise you, I love working with my cross transaction agent. We are working together, although we represent different sides, but we're working together for the same common goal. And we want to cross that finish line as quickly and easily and painlessly for everyone involved. So the next thing is HOA transfer fee. We're talking pennies compared to this whole thing. Like, really, it's not that big of a deal. If you want to split them 50-50, I'm sure when the price is right, that's not the problem. The seller will pay for a home warranty. How's that? We already have a seller's policy with the First American Home Warranty. I myself have used them on my own home for 15 years, love them, and that will be at the seller's expense. That's something totally different today, right? Nobody's getting those from the seller. Buyer has to pay for all their own. So that's a big benefit right there, just to let you know. Title company, we work with Security Title. We have already run everything and made sure that we have clean title, and we are ready to open escrow. And in the event of a cash buyer, we can move rather quickly once we get that HOA demand ordered. So nonetheless, I think I've explained everything. The most important thing is this is 100% transparent. You're not being pushed into anything that you have to hurry up and get it on a Saturday and Sunday. I mean, yes, you have to have it by next Tuesday, but that's a whole week. You can come by the house several times. You can look at the seller property disclosure. If you want to come by the home with your agent several times, if you want to come to both open houses, please reach out to us. Actually, have your agent reach out to us if there's anything we can do that can help you make the decision to buy this beautiful home. If you have any other questions, agents, please feel free to give me a call, text, email, myself or my co-listing agent. All right, guys, thanks so much. I appreciate you listening and watching, and hopefully I've covered everything. And if not, again, there's more information on the link to the actual bidding platform. You don't need to register to watch the bidding, only necessary to register if you're going to be actually bidding. All right, thanks, guys. Make it a great one. Bye.